Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to my channel Madhumita Das, wherein I create videos on economic topics. Today's topic is consumers equilibrium. Now, we all must have heard about the word consumer. Now, what is consumer? Consumer is a person who purchases something from the market, who buys something from the market. Now, consumer equilibrium. Now, what is the meaning of equilibrium? Equilibrium is basically a state of balance. It is a point of balance, okay, when the consumer derives maximum satisfaction out of his consumption. It is called to be as a state of consumer's equilibrium. So let us see what is written here. Consumer's equilibrium is a situation where a consumer secures maximum satisfaction with minimum budget. It is also called as point of balance. Now, there are two types of consumer's equilibrium. The first is one commodity case and the second is two or more commodity case. Now, what is one commodity case or two commodity case? Now, when we go to the market to purchase a commodity, sometimes we go to purchase only one particular product from the market. So when we consume only one commodity, that time we'll be studying one commodity case. Okay, so the condition for equilibrium for one product is different and the condition of equilibrium for two or more commodities is different. So there are two types of consumers equilibrium. So under one commodity case, today the topic of explanation here in this video is one commodity case. What happens when the consumer goes to purchase only one product from the market? Let's say a pen, okay, a pen or maybe some ice cream. Consumer goes to purchase only one product. So what is the point of equilibrium, or how does a consumer derive equilibrium under such a condition when he is only going to purchase one commodity? In case of single commodity, consumer's equilibrium is said to be achieved at the quantity of units at which MU of good X, that is marginal utility of good X, is equal to the price of good X, that is marginal utility of money expenditure, that is MUM. Okay, this is a new term for you all, marginal utility of money expenditure. So basically the ratio between marginal utility of a good and the price of a good is termed to be as marginal utility of money expenditure, that is MUM. Just make a note somewhere that MUX by PX is equal to MUM, that is marginal utility of money expenditure. Okay, so that is marginal utility of money expenditure must be equal to the marginal utility of money. That is, we have to derive at a situation when marginal utility of a commodity, of that commodity, let's say X, we have taken here X good, is equal, it equivalences with the price of good X. Okay, and so we can derive an equation here. Now if P comes down, MUX upon PX should be equal to 1, and here 1, that is equal to the marginal utility of money expenditure, that is per unit of money, or how much are we spending on 1 unit of money, that is basically, or how much utility we are getting from 1 unit of money, that is called as marginal utility of money expenditure. So the ratio between between marginal utility of the commodity and the price of the commodity should be equal to 1. That is the condition of equilibrium in case of single commodity. Now this can be explained better with the help of a table and a diagram. So let's come to the table and the diagram. Okay, now single commodity case, we are done with the definition. We are done with the definition of single commodity case equilibrium. Now we are going to do the table now, tabular representation of single commodity case equilibrium. Now what happens? We have only one commodity to purchase from the market. I told you the example of pen. Let's say we are purchasing this pen at rupees 10. Okay, so the number of units keeps on increasing. Price of pen remains constant. It is rupees 10. It remains constant. There is no change in the price of the pen. But marginal utility, it follows the law of diminishing marginal utility. So basically the marginal utilities you can see here is continuously falling down from 50, 30, 20, 10, 8, 4. Okay, So now, where is the point of consumer's equilibrium? Now we can see that when the consumer is purchasing the first unit of the commodity, the price is 10, marginal utility is 50, that is he derives 50 utils. Okay, what is the unit of utility? It is called as utils. Okay, he derives 50 utils of utility from by paying 10. That is, he is giving 10 rupees to the salesman, and he is getting how much? 50. So is it not a very good deal? It's a very good deal, isn't it? So again he is giving 10. In the second unit he is getting 30. So he feels that okay, fine, I am getting more than what I am paying. So definitely I'll be continuing with my consumption. So again he is paying, he is going to opt for the third unit of consumption. Again he pays 10, and then he is getting 20. So by giving 10 he is getting 20. So not a bad deal again. So he keeps on further continuing. At this point, when he consumes the fourth unit, okay, at this fourth unit you can see that consumer's utility is equal to the price. He is giving 10 rupees to this shopkeeper, and he is getting a utility of 10. Okay, so this is basically the point at which MUX is equal to PX. Okay, beyond this point, when he is consuming the fifth unit, okay, he is giving 10 but he is getting 8. So his utility is falling down. So he will not be very happy because he is receiving less than giving. Okay, whatever he is giving, he is receiving less. And then again when he is consuming the sixth unit, he is receiving only 4 units of utility. So he is even receiving lesser. So this is called as the consumer's equilibrium. At this point, consumer's marginal utility is equal to the price of the good, and at this point it is equal to marginal utility of money expenditure, as we said in the earlier part of the video. Now we can also represent this table in the form of a diagram, in the form of a graph. Now you can see that x-axis represents the units of consumption and y-axis represents the marginal utility. What do we see here? Marginal utility curve is a downward sloping curve, yeah, and price curve is constant because the price of the product is constant at 10 rupees. Yes, price of every pen is 10 rupees, so it is constant line. So at the point of intersection of PX and MUX, at this point, whatever units of commodity is consumed, here it is 4 units, yeah, here it is 4 units. So at this point, consumer is said to be in equilibrium. So E is the point of consumer equilibrium. Is it clear to all of you? So now we are done with the table and the diagram. We'll just quickly see the assumptions of this law of consumer's equilibrium in case of one commodity. It is not very different from the law of diminishing marginal utility assumptions. So quickly coming to the assumptions of the consumer's equilibrium in case of a single commodity. First is consumer should be rational, okay? He should be a normal person, he should be a logical person, and his main aim in consumption is to achieve maximum satisfaction. So first assumption is he should be rational. Second is MU of money should be constant. So there should be constancy in the marginal utility of money. If marginal utility of money keeps on changing, this law would not operate. Next is continuous consumption. Just like the law of diminishing marginal utility, there should be continuity in consumption. The consumption should take place one after the other without any long time gap. Next is income of the consumer should also remain constant for consumer's equilibrium to operate properly. So this is the consumer's equilibrium in case of single commodity. We'll take up in case of 2 or more commodities situation of consumer's equilibrium in the next class. So until then, so students, if you have liked this content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Madhumita Das. I'll be very happy to help you all out. Thank you so much. Meet you in the next video.